So if you're reading the title of this video, you're probably like, oh my gosh, is this clickbait? Is she lying? What happened? Oh my gosh, she's such a mean person. Like all this stuff. I know, guys, I know. But I'm here to tell you that the title is slightly clickbaited, just a little bit, because my roommate is gone. But I'm here to not slander her name or anything of that sort. I'm here to tell my story, and I feel like that needs to be done because it's been all over social media, like from my side. I'm pretty sure she's telling her friends things, so I gotta get it out in the open. But before I start, I will let you guys know that this is a pretty long story. So before we get started, I suggest you pause this video, you go get some popcorn, some Oreos, some Cheez-Its, some Ritz crackers, make a grilled cheese sandwich if you want, or if you're like really hungry, go down to Chipotle, get you a bowl with some chicken and some rice and some cheese, and come back and watch this video. Around early October, me and roommate number one were both single. So we were like, we're gonna chill with guys. We're gonna talk to guys. We're gonna bring guys home. But it never like got to that point. Like even like right now, like October 29th, 30th, October 29th, like we have only brought like one person over each. And so it's like, our plan's not going very well if you ask me, you know, like. When we said that, we weren't like, oh, we're gonna bring like every guy over. We're gonna like sleep with a different guy every night. No, we were just like, if we meet a guy and we like them, we're gonna bring them home. Like that's that. So Friday, early October, one Friday night, I'm sitting on my bed and I've been talking to this guy. I hear the door open, and I like the front door to my apartment, and I thought, who is that? Because both of my roommates had gone home. And it was roommate number one telling me that she brought somebody over too. And I was like, oh, okay, peace out. So Sunday I invited this guy over again, and we like chilled, you know, like we chilled. We like Netflix and chilled. But before he came over, I sent out a group message saying, hey, I have a friend coming over. Just wanted to let you guys know. It was about 6 o'clock. And between like 6 o'clock, because the guy lives like down the street. So 6 o'clock I got in the shower. Around 6:10, I got out of the shower. In between like those 10 minutes, only roommate number one had responded to the group message. And she was like, oh, a friend or a friend? And I was like, a friend. She's like, oh, okay. Like, I won't be home until Monday. I wasn't even like in this situation. But Becky, let me tell you about Becky. So Becky comes home Sunday night, didn't respond to the text message, didn't really like say anything in our group message all weekend. I leave out of my room to like go get water and go to the bathroom. And the door to her room is closed. And when roommate number one left on Friday, she left the door open, and all day it had been open. And I see on Becky's desk that she has a stack of paper, and I'm like, oh, Becky's home, wow. But she didn't say anything to me. She didn't say anything until the guy left, and until I started cooking dinner, and she's like, oh, did you have a friend over? And I was like, did you read the group message?
Did you read the group message?
She's like, oh yeah, I read it as soon as I got inside. And I was like, oh. So I just went in my room and put my headphones on. Right? These are important details. These are important details. Remember I said she read the message but didn't respond. And she went in her room and put her headphones on. And then she started talking about roommate number one to me. And that just makes me mad because it's like, as a child, I would like go to school and like have a good day, and then I'd come home and maybe I forgot to wash the dishes, or maybe I forgot to take the trash out, and my mom would yell at me. And I'd get so mad because I was like, I had the greatest day of my life, and here comes my mom yelling at me for one minor thing. So I was like, I let roommate number one know what was happening. You know, like this isn't like gossip or anything. I was like, hey, beware, she's kind of upset. And she was like talking about how like we need to have self-respect, and like we're so much better than that, and blah 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 blah, and whatever, you know, stupid stuff. And I was like I honestly didn't care, because like she's telling me that I shouldn't like, you know, mess around with like random guys, and like if I didn't know them that long, and blah 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 blah. And I legit looked at her and laughed, because
What, you're not my mom? You didn't give birth to me? Why are you telling me what to do?
After I told roommate number 1 that Becky was like talking about her to me, she called Becky and was like, why are you talking about me? Like, you can say it to my face or you don't say it at all. And like, Becky pretty much lied and said she didn't say anything. Next day, she doesn't say anything to us. She doesn't say anything at all to me or roommate number 1. Me and roommate number 1 go to Target, we get hair dye, we like chill, we're like doing everything, and Becky is ignoring us. Like, she's avoiding us every chance she gets. When you talk to her, it's like a short answer, and we're like, but why? After we dyed her hair and we're done eating, we went into the kitchen, we're like, hey Becky, we need to talk to you. And she goes,
I don't feel like talking right now.
And roommate number 1 was like, but we need to talk. So she slams down her MacBook top, like the top, like, you know, her MacBook, she slams it closed, and I'm like, that's your own MacBook, like, go ahead, slam it, like, if it breaks, go ahead. And she like starts yelling. Like, we honestly were just like, hey, what's your problem? Like, you need to talk about this because obviously something's bothering you. And she just starts yelling. And I'm not talking like when your mom yells at you, like in a slightly raised voice. She's like,
this is my apartment. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
And it was just so annoying because it's like, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? Like, this is the dumbest thing ever. Like, we literally just wanted to tell you that your rules are stupid and we're like, you have no reason to be upset. And then as she's yelling to roommate number 1, she's like, this isn't even about you. I don't have a problem with you. And she doesn't even look at me. Like, she doesn't look at me or say anything to me. And then she turns to roommate number 1 and talks about me in Spanish. And then roommate number 1 translates it for me. And I'm like, you just need to shut up. You're being ignorant. Shut up. Like, just stop. And she's like, fight me. And I was like, okay, Jesus, Harambe, you there? Like, you hear me? I was like, I'm done. I don't want to talk to you. I have homework to do. And I just left. So the next day she came into my room and she like apologized. Like, literally, I'm sitting right where I was sitting. And she like sits on my floor and she's like,
oh, I'm so sorry. I was having family problems, blah, blah, blah. I feel like I really took it out on you.
And at this point, I'm like, I'm done. I just don't want to talk to you. I don't want to deal with you. Like, you showed your true colors. Like, I'm done. I was like, I accept your apology, but I'm just not going to fuck with you right now. And I got up and started to get dressed. And she was still sitting on my floor. So I just, like, looked at her like, you gonna leave or what? Like, you gonna leave? So after that, she went in and apologized to roommate number 1. And she was like, yeah, I'm apologizing because my boyfriend said it was a good idea. And I'm like, so you don't even, like, want to apologize. Like, that's the most insincere thing I've ever heard. Ever since, like, that argument, she would, like, when she walked past us, she walked past with her head down. Whenever I entered the room, she'd run out. Like, she would just not want to be around us. And it's like, I'm not the type of person, you know? If you do me wrong or in some way, I'm going to be 10 times more annoying than I already am. You know, like, if that were me and my roommates weren't talking to me, I would sit my cute little self on the couch in our living room and be like, hey guys, you going to Chipotle? Hey guys, you going to Target? Hey guys, what are you doing today? Oh, we're all sitting down at the table. Let's have a nice family dinner. You know, like, I would literally be 10 times more annoying just because I knew it would annoy you. But instead, she just, like, ran from everything. And she would, like, talk to me. She tried to make, like, small talk about, like, my weekend. And I'm like, I'm honestly not telling you any personal information anymore because you don't get it. Like, she pretty much, when she was yelling at us, she was like, she's pretty much saying that we were hoes and we were going to sleep with whoever. That's why she didn't want random people in the house, because she thought we were going to sleep with whoever. And I'm not the type of person. Like, honestly, like, if you know me, you know I'm not the type of person. So I don't understand why somebody would think that. So around, like, last week, it started getting worse. Like, she just wouldn't, like, even be in, like, the house the same time we were, and it was, like, ridiculous. So on Monday, me and roommate 1 are sitting in her room and talking about, like, you know, like, this and that, and how she's, like, not even, like, confronting, like, she wasn't being an adult about it. She was just, like, running away, like, because she didn't do anything in this apartment. I just think that should be known. She didn't wash her dishes unless, like, they started piling up. She left food in the sink. She didn't know how to work the dishwasher. She put toilet cleaner in the toilet but never scrubbed the toilet. She never cleaned the shower. She didn't take the trash out. She didn't vacuum. So, like, it was always, like, me and roommate 1 doing all the cleaning and all the stuff, and it was never, like, her contributing anything. So it was like, why are you here if you're not gonna do anything? We were talking about it, and roommate number 1 had said something about her ex-boyfriend's ex-girlfriend, and I was like, oh yeah, I've seen her, because Becky would show me pictures of her on Instagram and be like, oh yeah, she's way cuter than her. Like, I don't understand why he's dating her. Like he could do so much better. Like, he could always just go back to her. And it's like, you can't do that. Like, you can't, That's not okay, because then she would tell roommate number 1 that like she had nothing to worry about and whatever. So then I find out that she was scrolling through the person who I was involved with Instagram and saying, oh yeah, I don't think they're talking. I don't think they've like been talking for a year, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, but why are you on my man's Instagram though? Like, honestly, truly, why are you on his Instagram? So Wednesday, I come home from class, I get ready to cook like a nice little dinner for myself. I'm video chatting with my mom and I hear the door open. I'm like, oh, maybe it's roommate number 1. And it wasn't, it was Becky. And I was like, oh, and she like jumped when she saw me. So I was like, Mom, is there a ghost in here? Like, do you see a ghost? Is Casper sitting next to me? You know, being petty AF. And prior to this, I had taken my rug out of the bathroom, because it's like, if you're gonna talk about me behind my back and not say anything to me about it, then you're not gonna get to dry your feet on the rug. You know, like that's just a no. And Monday, roommate number 1 had told Becky to move her stuff off of roommate number 1's desk, because technically Becky's desk is in the living room, so she would just put all her makeup on roommate number 1's desk. And it's like, you're gonna talk about us, you don't get to do that. Like, you can put your stuff on your own desk. So from Monday evening to Thursday, she would not show up in the apartment at all. Like, when she did, she showed up with somebody else and she would take stuff with her. So Wednesday night, I am in the room, I'm on the phone with my mom, and I'm like, hey Mom, I'm gonna go eat my dinner. And Becky starts packing her stuff. Like, not all of her stuff, but she's packed a duffel bag and a blanket and a pillow. So I go on Snapchat, because like, she hasn't said anything. Mind you, all this time, she hasn't said, hey, I'm moving out. Hey, I'm not doing this. Hey, I'm not doing that. Hey, blah, blah, blah. Like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, whatever, you know, because I'm not going to confront her. Like, why would I do that? I'm not going to give you the attention that you want. But, you know, you've reached bad bitch level when your roommate moves out. Right? And she waits until she's out of the house to respond to the Snapchat and says, I'm not scared of you. But she wouldn't say it to my face, though. Like, she would not look me in the eyes and say, I'm not afraid of you. But she looked me in the eyes in the kitchen to say, fight me. But she didn't look me in the eyes to say, I'm not afraid of you. I was like, of course you're not afraid of me, just like you're a straight up person. Like, it was this whole Instagram or Snapchat argument. And I called her out and I was like, you obviously can't talk to people. That's why you're messaging me here, because you wouldn't say it to my face. And she was like, you guys don't understand what you're doing. You're making me feel so uncomfortable. And here's where I ask you guys, if you were me and a roommate had done you wrong, but you didn't have to talk to them because you still had other friends, would you still talk to them? Like, tell them, like, would you gossip with them? No. Like, I wouldn't, just because I don't know where my information's gonna go. That's just me. Like, I didn't want to talk to her or tell her anything that's going on in my life, because I called her out on the Instagram thing, and she's like, I never did that. And I was like, that'd be easy to believe if you didn't, like, if she were a trustworthy person, I was like, no, I never said that about you, and I had never heard her talk about anybody else, and I'd be like, yeah, maybe. But since she wasn't, I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna trust you anymore. So after that, she like stopped responding, because I was like, you're just not getting it. Like, you're not acting like an adult. You're hiding from us. Like, you either admit that you're hiding from us and that you're afraid, or you just keep being the person you are, which is annoying. Thursday night, we're all hanging out in the kitchen, like me, roommate number 1, and another friend, and Becky had left potatoes on the counter. And you know how, like, when potatoes get old, they start to sprout? Okay, I took an ag class, and we learned about sprouting potatoes. I don't remember what we did when they started to sprout. I think we might have planted them. But there's no dirt on our counter. There's literally just tile. And where are the potatoes gonna grow? Not on the counter, I can tell you that. So I like Snapchatted her, I was like, move your stuff. Like, it's rotten, it's disgusting. And especially me, I have really bad allergies. So when like stuff starts to mold, or there's like dander in the air, or like pollen, I die. Like, my nose is stuffy, like I can't breathe. So I'd rather just not have to, like, if I can prevent it, then I don't want it. Like, she didn't respond. Like, she read the message and didn't respond. And I even told her, like, this isn't me being mean. You just need to get your stuff, because I'm not gonna die because of your potatoes. She didn't respond. So the next day, I cleaned the kitchen. I put the potatoes in a bag and was like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. So me and roommate number 1 go out to party. We come back because we're gonna get ready to go to another party. And I look in the kitchen and on her desk, and all of Becky's stuff is gone. All of Becky's stuff. All of it. All of Becky's stuff. Like, she moved all her stuff. All of it. I was just so happy. Oh my god, like she moved everything. Like she packed all of her stuff, took her bedding off her bed, and moved out. Oh, but she took the cleaning supplies and the vacuum that she never used. She didn't use the cleaning supplies. She didn't use the vacuum. My mom is messaging me on Facebook. So yeah, that's the story of how I made my roommate move out. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and share it with your friends. And maybe if you share it with a friend that's friends with her, she'll see it and know that she wasn't acting like an adult. Like, adults don't run away. Like, I didn't run away last year. I just packed my stuff and started moving my stuff earlier on in the year because I didn't want to unpack it all at one time. But I didn't run away last year. Like, if you're an adult, you stand up for what you believe in and you don't hide and you don't try to place the blame on other people just because you messed up. But other than that, you should follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter because all of those have been lit AF lately. Also, let me know what kind of videos you want to see in the comment section below so I can keep this great thing where I'm posting videos frequently going, you know? I already said to give it a big thumbs up, but you should give it a big thumbs up even if you didn't like it, especially if it's you, Becky. Becky, if you see this video, give it a big thumbs up. I'm gonna go. I will see you guys when I see ya.